Welcome back to Let's Play Skies of Arcadia Revisited. I'm Nye, and this is going to be one of the more frustrating episodes I'm going to have to do, mostly because of what I'm going to have to do. First things first, though, before I even start on that, we're going to go to the ship parts merchant, and we're going to go ahead and buy from him. Now we actually have Little Jack, we can actually buy stuff from these merchants, so we're going to go ahead and set up our ship to actually have the things we want. That way we'll be ready for whatever the next ship battle will be. So we're going to set up heavy cannons instead of our main cannons. We're also going to get a light torpedo to replace the standard cannon. So we'll have a lot of damage available to us. If we get the we also have some 3 different ship accessories we can get. The rogue figure will increase our magic defense, which can be important sometimes. The turbo kit will increase our ship's quick, and I believe our ship's dodge as well. And then the steel deck will increase our defense power. Good stuff altogether. And now we're done with that. We don't have to worry about that anymore. We did just find the Temple of Pirin, and we beat Rupee of the Larso clan, so we're going to go turn in those bounties. So we got 2,000 gold for that. We're going to buy and sell discovery information. There is information we can buy, but there's no point. Going to sell the information for that, and now we are up to, once again, 10,000 gold. And real quick, just while I happen to be in town, I'm going to go back to the item shop, and we're going to go and buy up a bunch more magic droplets and a bunch more glyphs of might and glyphs of speed, because they are very important to me for upcoming fights. And then we will start one of the more, as I said, obnoxious things I have to do. I'm going to spend a lot of time in fast forward mode during this episode. Is this? No, this is the wrong one. Okay, it's this one. But we're going to cross the South Ocean. It takes a lot of time. There are 3 discoveries I have to make while we're there. But other than that... So we're going to go ahead and we're going to buy magic droplets. We're going to do a lot of them. I need 27 of them. We need glyphs of might. We don't need that many. How about we get 30 of them? And let's do another 30 glyphs of speed. And buy 31 healing salves. Fill us up on that. And that, lastly, we're going to get some Saccharase crystals, and that'll be good. Yes, I know I'm spending all of my money. I'm probably going to regret this later on down the line. But we'll be fine. I have ways of making money. And we're probably not going to need that much money in the near future. Okay. So up until this point, we are currently 100%. We have done literally everything it is that we need to do. We have found all of the moonfish. We have found all of our chams. And we have found all of our discoveries. We found all of our treasure chests. I get to feel pretty good about this. So we don't have to worry about anything so far. Now, I do still have that black spot I have to take care of, but I'm not going to bother with that. We'll do that later. So we're going to jump on Little Jack, and we're going to take off. It is time for us to go to the South Ocean. Okay. So let's turn around here, and we're going to go to the southwest. There's going to be a lot of fights here. So as I said, we're going to be in fast-forward mode for the majority of this episode. I'm probably going to even narrate over it for the most part. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, see that big hurricane thing there? That's the start of the South Ocean right there. Okay, so we're about to get a cutscene with comments on it, but what I want to do is, I think it's right over here. Okay, so there's our first discovery, the Maroon Isle. Long ago, when air pirates betrayed their crew or captain, as punishment, they were abandoned on this island with only a week's supply of food. So fearful did pirates become of this island, its legend lives on in the songs of air pirates even today. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and move through. So this is the area known as the South Ocean. It's considered to be one of the most difficult places to sail through. There's a strong crosswind that blows from the west. Nobody has ever successfully sailed through it, except for apparently the Valuans, because they said they were already over there. But the land to the Green Moon are through here. And we must move through. And besides, we have Belez's engine. It's not like we don't have a chance of making it through. But to my knowledge, this place is limited, and we're on our own. This isn't going to be an easy journey. Prepare ourselves for the worst. Now, I know those big cyclones seem like a big deal. Don't worry about them. They don't do a damn thing. They're just there for the looks. And from this point on out, I'm probably going to go, as I said, on fast forward, because this takes a very long time. We are actually not moving very fast. We get pushed to the east from the west, which will make it take a long time. And the only thing I'm going to do left is we're going to go ahead and look this fight, because there will be some extra new enemies we have not seen yet, namely those little ghost guys. I think we've seen them in another form, maybe, but their big thing is they have the Eternity spell, so they can do the instant kills. They don't have the 100% chance, thankfully, but they do have 50% chance, and I think they have the AoE one that targets all of our allies, so they can be really scary. We also, of course, have a number of loopers, so we're going to get a lot of experience off of this. Okay, come on, let's go. So we're just going to use an AoE attack from Aka on the next turn, and that'll be it, and we're going to move through. And then from then on out, until we find the two discoveries I have to find, we're going on fast forward. So our first discovery is on this rock right here. We're in the lower right-hand side of the South Ocean. And if you go to this big rock, which I almost missed because I was looking for it, we will find the Sky Anemone, which looks rather evil. A bizarre creature that lives its entire life attached to a rock, stretching its tentacles out and waiting for prey to float by. It releases a sweet fragrance to attract fish, but larger ones have been known to endanger small ships. And then if we come up here, after the fight, of course... Gravers are annoying, they have an instant kill spell. So up here is this spinning rock that I'm trying to catch up with. This is another discovery. This one moves. It's our first moving discovery, too. The problem is it's moving a little bit, only a little bit slower than I am. Definitely getting unlucky with the instant kill spells here. Okay, so let's get ourselves healed up a little bit. But yeah, those guys, they are just casting instant kill spell one after another. It's making a lot of problems for me. Let me see if I can catch up to this thing. Should be curving. There it goes. Just gotta get up right up behind it. Oh, come on! I might not be fast enough for this. It's just a little bit faster than me. This is so obnoxious. That is one of our discoveries, and it tends to be hard to find because it has such a wide movement and because it's a fairly fast speed. So actually catching it is just, it's ridiculous. So as you may have noticed, I am using red as my color in question for my weapons as opposed to green. And the reason I'm doing this is very specifically so that way I can get my red spells up so I can get a spell called Incremis, which is going to be quite a while from now. It's the AoE party-wide Increm spell. It costs a fair amount. I believe it's 14 is the total cost or something like that, maybe even 16. So it is a very expensive spell, but being able to get your entire party hit with Increm in one go it's just a very, very powerful thing. It's something you definitely want. It's also one of the more powerful spells available to me right now. Eternum, here comes another instant kill, so Drachma is definitely dead. This does not miss at all, period. This cannot miss. So freaking annoying. I have to deal with it just constantly. And every Graver can do it. So as you can see, this is multiple instant kills in one turn. And I have there's no way to combat it unless I put Aka on Delta Shield duty. Which I may have to end up doing. Because they could kill my entire party in one turn. Like, it is a possibility. I'm not going to pretend it hasn't even happened. It has happened before. Unfortunately, we got some resists on the Lambda Burst here, so I am actually at risk right now. I may actually need to run, which would suck. I'm going to try to Alpha Storm. And hopefully I'll be able to kill at least one more of them. So there goes one, and now we just have to kill the last one. Who's going to use the HP Absorb? That's at least better than the alternative. It gets some of its health back. That's fine. I don't care. Let's just kill it. Okay, one more Alpha Storm should do it, but this was like the worst case scenario right here. Now, what I am looking for, I'm also on the lookout for a couple of Moonberries. Because Vice also has an AoE attack spell that hits harder than Aka's does, and it also isn't element-based. It's just regular damage. It's not fire damage, so it will be able to hit everybody. But I need another, I believe, 2 Moonberries for that. The other problem we're having when it comes to catching up to that rock right there is that every time I go into battle, I get knocked back a little bit because my ship does not start moving immediately upon, like, getting out of the battle. So I'm actually losing a little bit of the gain every single time we end a battle. Okay, now I'm not having to fight against the current, so I might be able to actually catch up to it now. Come on, come here, come here, come here. Yes! Okay. That's Kama Rock taken care of. Legend has it that Kama Rock was once an island in South Ocean thousands of years ago. The wind ripped the island apart and slowly eroded it down over the years to the state that it's in today. Perhaps someday, Kama Rock will no longer exist. And I believe we're actually at the position of our last discovery in the South Ocean, which I'll talk about as soon as we finish this battle. Okay, I believe that one of these rocks... There it is. So that's Beak Rock, which is our final discovery in the South Ocean. A natural rock formation sculpted by the constant wind currents of South Ocean. Many a sailor's story tells of a giant bird flying south or being attacked by monstrous beak, but these are likely based on the sightings of this rock. So I will catch you guys in a few moments when we finally get to our destination. I'll see you in a minute. Only made it. That took a long time. In real time, that was about 25 minutes it took to get all the way across and find everything. Maybe a little less than that. Maybe 20. But very long. So Aka comments leaves blowing the wind. It's been there for a while, Aka. I don't know if you've noticed. But Vice says that we're close to land. We finally made it across the South Ocean. We have found the Ixa'taka. which is the new land that we're in. Most people on this world do not even know that a continent exists across South Ocean. The discovery of this lush, rich continent with a long history has demonstrated the possibility that even more unknown, undiscovered lands may await. Fina comments that the leaves came from Ixa'taka, and she's sure of it. Under the light of the green moon, ever since ancient times, the lands of Ixa'taka have been covered in lush forests, which is a very far cry from the red lands we were just in. The life-giving green moon has blessed the lands with fertility. Blessed lands, huh? And so now she's thinking about what may be here. If that's true, she's sure there's all kinds of delicious things to eat. She can also see piles and piles of fruits and vegetables of all different shapes, sizes, colors, and tastes. But Vice comments there's just as many carnivorous monsters roaming around the woods as well, preying upon unsuspecting fools who sit there stuffing their faces with fruit. Aka, comments he didn't have to crush her hopes like that. Well, maybe he did. Fina's amused, at least. If Aka was hungry enough, she'd probably eat the monsters as well. And now they're picking on Aka. Well, you guys picked on Vice last time. It's only fair that it's Aka this time. And Fina feels suitably chastised. Dropper says they need to get to their post, get ready to drop anchor, which we're not going to be doing for a little while because we got more to do. As soon as we see Ixa'taka, we'll look for a spot to land. Well, we do have a fair bit we have to do before we're going to land, of course. First things first, we have to explore, because there's a lot of things we have to do. I'm just checking my map real quick so I know exactly where I am. Okay. So this is an area we won't be investigating for quite some time. We got discoveries to do, folks. And the first discovery we have to make is going to be in this general direction, right about here. Nope, that's a fight. Okay, so let's see. Where is this thing I'm looking for? Should be right around here. So there's our first discovery, the Ixa'ness Village, a tribe of women that lives on a small island in Ixa'taka. They are skilled and fearsome warriors that raid nearby villages twice a year to kidnap men. The numbers of men in nearby tribes have been reduced to almost nothing. That's our first discovery. And then we're going to float right on over here. This one's actually a little bit hard to find sometimes. Right there, the Turtala Pole is a wooden pole with the faces of people and various animals engraved into its length. The upper and lower portions were lost years ago, so nobody knows what its true purpose was. A monument, a grave, or perhaps a store sign. Interesting stuff. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on over here. We're going to search for a couple of other things after this fight. We're going to be looking for a couple of more things around here, and my ability to get them is going to be basically based on chance. The first thing we're looking for is a golden airplane that's going to be flying around. We're just going to keep an eye out for that one. I might not necessarily find it early. There it is. Just gotta catch it. So this is our first one. Well, it's the next one, rather.
It looks like we've won.
Free magical experience for us. We didn't even have a fight there. Oh, and I missed it. Darn it. There we go. This is the Wings of Gold. A small machine with giant golden wings was recently discovered near the ancient city. Perhaps the people of the ancient world wished to be able to fly like the birds and the fish, so they created this flying machine so they could join them in flight. We're finding a lot of them. That was one of the harder ones to find, too. Okay, so next we need to go down to the plains over here. Right about here. This one's it's in plain sight. This is the Great Bird. The wings and tail of the Great Bird are said to indicate the equinoxes of the ancient Ixa'takan lunar calendar. Figures of other animals once dotted the plain, but they have been swallowed by the expanding forest, leaving only this bird. And Vice sees something glittering on the ground right where the eye of the bird would be, and she goes down to see what it is. It's a gem stuck to the ground, and she's sure that no one would miss it, so we get the Great Bird's Eye. Besides, who knows when a nice little gem like this will come in handy. This one's actually completely visible to the naked eye. You don't even have to find it, it's just there. Now next, we want to fly over in this direction. We got the Hunter's Hand, which is a semi-rare drop. I forget what type of weapon it is. Is it actually a hand? No. I'm trying to remember what type of weapon this thing is. Is it a... Maybe it's not a weapon. Maybe it's a accessory. There it is. A gauntlet that increases improved hit percentage and attack power. Very good for hit percentage, but attack power not so much. Okay, so we're still exploring. We got another thing we need to find. I think it's over in this corner of the world. Yes, no? Nope, not that one. Is it over here? This one? Hold on, we gotta find this real quick. We're getting close to the end of this episode. I just want to make sure we find everything. What about over here? Does not appear to be that one. Is it... Oh, whoa. There it is. Golden Man. A golden statue that stands quietly as if pointing something out. It is thought to have been placed here to protect the sacred land. Male statues are often found in temples and other buildings, while female statues are found near holy lakes and trees. And if I see someone else in the statue's eye socket, we find the golden man's eye. No one will notice if it's missing, and besides, we're air pirates. Can you really blame us for taking a little bit of treasure? Okay, I think we got one more we gotta find. And that's gonna be over here. So we go underneath this, and we're finding ourselves the Garpa Fruits. A vined plant that hangs to the bottom of the continent, its stem contains a powerful hallucinogen and has been used for medical and religious purposes throughout the ages. It's also commonly used in local delicacies, which says a lot about what type of local delicacies we're expecting to see. Okay, we got one last one I gotta find, and then we're done. That one's gonna be on the ground, right around here. Let's think it's on the ground. I know it's around here. I just gotta figure out where it is. There it is, the Ixa'takan Palace. This stone palace was once the site of ceremonies based on the ancient lunar calendar, built during the reign of the Moon Kings. This place flourished as the center of Ixa'takan civilization for ages, but was destroyed several years ago by the Valuans. So that's just about everything. Just before we finish up, we're going to go talk to this gentleman right here. This is a black market ship parts who's got a lot of parts for our ship, but he also buys and sells discovery information. So let's go ahead and sell just about everything we just got. I believe we have literally gotten every single discovery that we can find so far, and that gives us a lot of money, as you'll notice. Do we have any info we can buy? No, so I think we've got just about everything. What we can also do is we can buy and sell ship parts. So remember how I just bought a ton of ship parts? Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. Yeah. But, no big deal. I may actually replace those a little bit later on down the line. And so, we're going to cut this off, guys. When we return, we'll be going into Ixa'taka, which is the main city of Ixa'taka, and we will continue the storyline. I will see you guys then.